Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
And I'm Maximus White.
Yes. And this is game 3 of the third tournament that we've ever held.
Yep.
And and it's the bronze and silver tournament, and it's between Merking and Swamp Fox. If you're just seeing this video right now, stop this. Go watch the first 2 games. I dare you. And
that's an automatic. That you know they're good.
Yeah.
If you can dare somebody to watch them.
Yeah. And so the series is 1-1. Merking taking the first game, Swamp Fox taking the second game, and here we are on game 3. This is a best of 5, so this isn't going to be the final match. We are going to see another game after this regardless. And so it is Zerg vs Protoss. Anything we want to talk about before the game starts?
We're going to see 4-gate.
Yep.
We're going to see Speedling.
Yep.
Probably some Roach.
Yep.
And there's going to be a couple of epic-ish battles.
Yep.
And then somebody's going to lose.
There you go.
If you want to watch the rest of this video now, you can go right ahead. No, to be more serious, both of these guys, at this level, people do tend to lean on 1 or 2 very specific builds because they're still getting used to doing things at a macro level later on in the game. So you see a lot of more early pushes. You see a lot more minor mistakes when it comes to your economy and keeping on top of your food and mineral production and using your minerals. It's very dead ass.
Is he gliding?
Does
he actually have, feet?
Ass.
He's just gliding.
He's just gliding.
Do they actually fly?
I'm assuming, maybe. If they do, what is the point of flying if you fly 3.5 centimeters off the ground?
Oh, you just hit a wall.
This is the most intense.
Ooh, baby. Oh, he's going to hit another wall. Bink. Uh-huh. Okay.
All right, and we're back. I can't even call that a lopsided pancake because it wasn't even close to the shape of a pancake. But anyway, again, we're not seeing anything crazy here.
You know what, Adam?
What?
I guess I'm just going to, quickly tell you the predicament that I was in the other day when I was going to Best Buy.
Okay.
Yep. Since we have a minute to burn here, we're going to see the typical, one pylon, one gateway, turn into cybernetics core with another pylon, get your simulator, put 3 probes on that bad boy, pull out a zealot, and then, slowly make your way up and put a proxy pylon.
Bob isn't on his way. I believe you just ripped off something I did several thousand casts ago.
There you go.
You did a pretty good job, though.
I did a pretty good job.
All right, so go for it. I want to hear this.
I was on my. I think I've already told you this story.
I don't remember it, so enlighten me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell everybody this story. I was driving out of the Best Buy parking lot.
Okay.
And, I drive this little tiny crappy 1997 Jetta.
We tried to make it not crappy.
Yeah, but whatever. And, and for the people that want to know, I am going to get a LAGTV license plate. I'm planning on purchasing a new vehicle in a couple months. And I'm going to get the LAGTV.
That's going to happen.
It's going to happen. But anyways, I was coming out of the Best Buy parking lot, and I got cut off.
Really?
Yes.
In Dartmouth, you got cut off?
Yes.
Say it ain't so, Jeff.
Now, I want you guys to picture this,
Paint me a word picture.
Me driving this little tiny Jetta.
Okay.
And, turning around the corner, and all of a sudden, this big-ass Hummer cuts me off. This $80,000 tank cuts me off, And, I'm a pretty nice young black male.
That was a very detailed description for just being nice.
Yes, and as you guys can tell, and a lot of people were like, "Holy shit, you're black!" they had no idea.
Yes.
And so I can instantly snap on black mode. That's the great thing about being black. Being a nice young black male with nice manners. Thanks, Mom. And all of a sudden I can really
Where's the story
get
going?
nasty. So anyways,
there's a Hummer, there's you in a small car. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's a girl. Is it?
No, it was a dude.
Oh!
No, it was a dude. And he cut me off.
Okay.
Right? And I instantly went black. Right? I flipped the guy the bird.
All right.
And
okay.
I started screaming profanity at him.
Okay.
And he rolled down his window.
Okay.
And I yelled out this is exactly what I said. I said, "Hey, you." And
that was threatening. Holy crap. I would have been absolutely shaking in my boots.
I said, "Hey, you." And he looked at me and he put his hands up like, what? And I was like, "Why do you drive a Hummer?" And he didn't say anything to me. And I said, "Oh, I can guess why. Because A, either you have too much money or you have a small dick." kind of sped off and, burned about $30 in gas on the way out of the parking lot like an idiot. And, so if anybody out there that's watching this has a Hummer, I'm not trying to say anything. But you're compensating for something.
Oh.
Anyways,
they wouldn't by any chance be compensating for bad Starcraft play, would they?
No, I don't. Maybe.
Okay, possibly. But anyway,
Anyhow.
as that exciting, thrilling, gripping, terrifying story was happening, we saw a couple of skirmishes on and off, nothing out of the ordinary. We are seeing some probes being taken out now by Swamp Fox. Merking doing an aptly good job of getting rid of those Zerglings and is now going to probably build up another couple of units for a push. That seems to be his pattern. We are seeing, what was he building? Is he building 16 more Zerglings?
Yes.
So maybe Swamp Fox is also thinking the same thing. He's going to continue to put on some pressure right now. Pretty good idea, honestly. After seeing what he did economically to Merking, he can probably assume that he's not going to see too many more units than he did last time. Yep. I wouldn't go up with this many Zerglings, though.
One thing that Merking is going to want to do is going to want to put Bob the Zealot back here up at the front, just in case these Lings did try to do something sneaky and run up there and try to take out, a bunch of probes. He should definitely get Bob back up in his position. But Merking doing a great job this game. Got that fast expansion, and Swamp Fox so far, has actually never seen Merking actually get an expansion yet through the series. And and there we go. If Bob was here, this wouldn't have happened. And
that's what we pay Bob to do.
Exactly. He's gotta play his role, and whatever, small mistakes. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But he's doing a good job here.
Surround with your probes. Why not?
Yeah. So anyway, he's gonna do a little bit of damage here. This is a semi of a fair trade-off. Another gateway now going down. 6 gates, 1 robo.
That's you can't support 6 gate, 1 robo on 2 bases that neither of which are saturated. That's just not going to happen. You should have canceled that gateway because you're not going to support it. You're not going to be able to continue to build units like that and keep your macro up in terms of building your probes and stuff. So that is a bit of a mistake, but you know what? It's okay. He survived that attack. He's now continuing to build back up his probe count. Down at the other end, we are seeing more Zerglings being built right now. No, wait, I'm looking at the units tab. You moved it off the production tab, you son of a bitch. We're seeing Roach being built. I apologize for that. We're also seeing a robotics bay going down, which means we are more than likely going to see some Colossi coming out here very soon, which, judging by the units we have been seeing coming out of Swamp Fox, not a bad idea.
I'm going to go back to the unit tab just for a second and look at this. Merking, 36 probes compared to Swamp Fox, 28 drones. When Protoss has more probes than drones, you are in a world of trouble when you are Zerg. Last thing you want to do is not have the economic advantage against a Protoss because he is going to put a world of hurt on your ass.
Specifically your
on
ass?
that candy ass.
Like specifically nowhere else on the body, just
the ass.
Just focusing. All right. Well, I guess that's legitimate.
Yes.
That's pretty
the
legitimate.
Maximus, or the gluteus maximus. There we go. Hey!
Hey-o!
Hey, look, Bob's on his position.
Bob's on his position. He punched his card in. He said, hey, guys, I'm here. I showed up. I'm not doing so great today. I have a bit of a cold. I only have 73 health, but he's up there doing his job.
His card. He's getting paid 20 minerals an hour.
Exactly. And here comes... Are they switching right now? Again, they've done this several times, but he is backing up here. Merking going to be able to get a lot of damage done. His zealots are in there. They're going to take the brunt of the damage, and Swamp Fox is not going to come out of this in a great, great shape at all. But those Roach, surviving that.
No, here comes the reinforcements, and Merking needs to run away from this ASAP, or all of these stalkers are going to go down. For someone that got all these gateways, where are your units?
I don't know, but economically speaking, right now,
he's got the advantage.
Merking should be doing much better. He's got way more gas coming in. He's got way more minerals coming in right now. But we're not seeing anything major coming out of him. He is getting his upgrades, and that Colossi will be here soon. And he will maybe survive this, and if he does, he's got to really rethink the units he's getting. He's seeing more Roach.
Yep.
He is seeing less Ling, which means he needs to get more Bob the Zealots out. He needs to start cloning Bob and get him out there on the field to back up those Colossi. And he is doing the right thing. He's actually getting an Immortal. But here comes a Colossi. That's not going to do it, I don't think. It's going to be really close. I don't see this.
No, if he can run this Colossus up here on this ledge, he may be able to survive this attack. This Colossus is going to do a serious amount of damage. 6 kills already for this Colossus. And if he can just run around with this Colossus right now, and Swamp Fox making this mistake that every Zerg player likes to make here at this level of game, is they'll just run around, ring around the rosies until they all die.
I thought coming into this game, as we see, he just successfully defends, just barely. I thought coming into this game that we were going to get progressively better as the night went on. As it turns out, we're getting progressively worse. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Merking again successfully doing that. If I see another Stalker come out of there without him scouting something like the Spire we are seeing going down, I am going to have an aneurysm. But Merking is, of course, successfully now trying to get his probe count back up. He's got an Immortal there. I don't know if he's blocked because Bob's sitting there or if he even realizes that he's sitting there.
Bob, you need to move your ass.
But Bob, I know you're doing your job,
There
but
you
there
go.
you go, Bobby.
Hey, there you go,
There, Bobby. All right, and there's the Immortal now coming down, and that will be a big help against that Roach army we're seeing. But that Spire, this is a very important part of Merking's game that I feel is lacking. He has not scouted jack squat, to my knowledge. He's had that Robo up for a while. I didn't see one Mac Hap or Probe, for those of you who are not privy to our insides here at LAGTV.
Holy shit. 1,400 minerals? Are you kidding me right now?
Look at his gas, though. Should he be getting a Spire, Jeff?
Absolutely not. Listen. I'm about to go on a rampage here.
Don't go on a rant. He's just take it easy. Just inform.
Okay.
We're here to inform today.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're going to get a Spire,
Uh-huh.
okay, and you have 200 gas,
Uh-huh.
you are failing.
Right.
Okay, you are failing
Right.
at a lot of things, especially when you have an extractor that is sitting there that isn't extracted. And when you've got this coming down here to ruin your day. Look, guys, if you're a Zerg and you have all this extra cash, don't worry about putting down a hatchery. Worry about building some lings or doing something, putting down some spine crawlers, building, he is getting another expansion, but come on, get this gas going.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be building a Spire if you can't even afford to get the Roach that you're backing your major army with. And here we're seeing a couple of reasonable force fields just making enough confusion with those units to split them up. And those Colossi are doing massive damage. We have a couple of Corruptors on the field now, getting rid of those Colossi very slowly. The Stalker moving in, realizing they're there, getting rid of them. Good job. And I think this is going to be officially GG. Merking is going to take this game, and we're going to, of course, move on to game number 4. But you know what? While this game is ending, because believe me, this game is ending, I am going to, even if he survives this, it's going to be game over. Merkin's going to take it.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to go over a couple of things I noticed, and Swamp Fox does throw up the GG like a bouse. And I want to go over a couple of quick things, and even though I feel like we have no room to be talking this evening because we are shitting the bed all over the place with commentating.
Whatever. You know what we're doing, though?
What are we doing?
We're having fun.
We are having fun, and that's basically
what we do.
We
and
have fun.
You know what? If people want to, nitpick, you're free to do so. The comments are right underneath. I'm not sure I'm going to listen to it, but
we're having a good time.
I'm having a good time, and that's what we do. So
all right,
keep going.
All right, so here it is. Neither player scouted much the whole game. In Swamp Fox's defense, he did manage to get up into the main of Merking several times just doing regular attacks. That's not really scouting, though.
No.
That's just attacking and getting into the base.
Yep.
And even though Merking took this game, I feel he got a little bit lucky that Swamp Fox mismanaged his resources. Because if that Spire went up with gas to back it up, and he had, more Corruptors, for example, because let's face it, if those Colossi weren't there, totally different scenario. Lings might have been able to clean up after that.
Absolutely.
But in general, scouting, like a lot of lower level games, seems to be the major issue here beyond the economic game. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm hoping that in the next game we see better scouting.
There wasn't even an observer made.
There was no observer made. And guys, if you are a lower level right now, if you get that Robo and you're going for that fast Immortal, unless you have some very, very specific push in mind, you get an observer first.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill you. It's cheap as heck.
Yeah, they even lowered it for you.
They even lowered it drastically, and I feel that might be the problem. People are still thinking it's an expensive unit for some reason, but you get that out, you get your scouting in, and it takes a lot of time before there's observers, or not observers, but detectors on the field, so you can get away with a lot with that first early observer. But let's not go too deep into that. We can talk more about the last game if we don't see a lot of improvement. But for now, Merking doing a good job picking relatively good unit composition towards the end there, and Swamp Fox doing well except for that gas. I feel if he had that gas, he would have been able to hold off this attack, and it might have been a different story. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into Game 4, and I'm transitioning into losing weight because this room is about 3,000 degrees.
Yep.
So I'm going to go stick my head out the window. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Nova War.
And Maximus Black.
We will see you very soon.
See you, bye.
Peace.